One of the most dreaded parts of applying to law school is the actual process of being an applicant. Students seek out the help of friends, family, counselors, and the internet to guide their individual journeys to the nation's top-tier law schools. Students usually follow law school rankings listed on U.S. News and World Report. Applicants hope to be accepted to a school among the top 14. The rankings are based on the law school admissions test, also known as the LSAT, and GPA averages for each school's admitted class. Over the years, affirmative action has helped African American students gain admission to various law schools. These students are given special consideration to make up for a number of predetermined disadvantages. Anna Ivy states in her book, The Ivy Guides to Law School Admissions, if our band is 165 to 168 and you have a 160, you need not apply, unless you are black, and then you'll get a scholarship. Despite what appears to be an advantage, many black students still have trouble clinching spots at the most coveted law schools. According to the National Association for Law Placement, only 6.7% of top 14 law school students are black. These students make up less than 3% of black LSAT test takers. Tashiana Hudson gained admission to several of the top 14 schools, including Yale, Harvard, Stanford, Columbia, the University of Chicago, and the University of California, Berkeley. She thinks it is imperative that students gain admission to these law schools.
It provides you with more opportunities to get to more prestigious places and higher paying jobs, which is the goal for a lot of students.
As a first-generation college student, Hudson says she was responsible for understanding how to apply and couldn't rely on her family for guidance.
You have students who sort of have to work their way through this process on their own, who have to do their own research and figure out how it is that people get into law school. In addition to that, their parents don't tend to have friends who work at law firms who can provide their daughters and sons with internships and with opportunities.
Applying to law school costs thousands of dollars, but for many black applicants, the expenses can slow down the process. For example, LSAT prep courses cost about $1,000, and applying to law school can cost you about $400 or more. But this is all before you start paying for tuition and fees at law schools, which can average about $50,000 or more per year. Abraham Williamson was recently admitted to Harvard Law School and was not surprised at the low number of black male students when he visited in March. Only 4% of the students at the law school are black males.
There was nobody to talk to really help guide you through the situation. And when I went to Admitted Students Weekend, I found that was a rare case for a lot of the students at these schools. A lot of them, had support. Their parents had gone there. They knew someone who had gone there. They were legacy.
But that's not the only obstacle Williamson faced.
So I think, first of all, being competitive and overcoming the expectation that you don't deserve to be there is one major hurdle.
Howard recognizes the disadvantages most black students face when applying to law school. Howard's pre-law advisor says one of the biggest challenges is fulfilling application requirements.
One of the initiatives we began doing actually for a few years now is some of the Ivy League school, Harvard, Yale, Columbia, for example. We invite them to do an info session for our students. And those info sessions will have a small group of students with 25 or 30 students and kind of prepare them early.
While Howard has had info sessions for a few years now, Hudson believes motivation is still key in the application process.
Everybody has, their own struggle in getting to this, and it may not be fair that you have to work twice as hard, but if that's what you have to do, then go for it, because it really is possible for anyone to do this.
For NewsVision, I'm Rodney Holcomb.